guys, and welcome to VEDA Day 9. Alright guys, so today's video is pretty much going to be a series of story times. I say so many times on my channel, my Snapchat, my Instagram, everything, that I don't have many friends. And in some sense, it kind of, you know, gets to me a little bit, especially when I see groups of girls like going out having brunch and going to do happy hour and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want to do that. But when I did have a really big group of friends, there was a bunch of shit and lies that went down, and I was like, you know what, I need to get myself out of this situation because I can't handle this. Like, this is too much for me. So then I just made myself have a smaller group of friends, and the friends that I have now, like, I really consider them friends. I feel like I can talk to them about any and everything. I feel like they're adults, they're not dramified, they're not messy, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, it is about quality and not quantity. But I'm not gonna lie, at some point in my life I wanted a bunch of girlfriends, so I started just, you know, picking up friends and inheriting friends and all this stuff. And then I started hearing all these crazy ass stories and issues that they were going through, and I knew I'm not about that life. I have to get away from this, because they say birds of a feather flock together, and I am not like these people. So let me go on and move. So anyway, out of the millions and millions of stories that I have, there are 3 stories that I have to tell y'all. So if y'all want to hear the 3 different stories of the 3 different people who I had to like chuck out my life, then continue watching. Alright guys, so I won't say anybody's name in this video because, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm never gonna deny I was friends with people, but yeah, these stories are the ones that if you were friends with them, I'm pretty sure you would question yourself as to why. So I'm just gonna start with friend number 1, and we're gonna call her Panda. So Panda and me were really good friends. Like, we met and like instantly was like, oh, you're cool, okay, you're cool, let's be friends. So we just started hanging out and just really like going full throttle in a friendship, you know. And it's just like, we had got to that point of friendship where it's like, oh, can I wear your skirt? And I'm like, yeah, you can wear my skirt, you know, that kind of friendship. Because, you know, people don't let you wear their clothes, especially girls. You gotta put no. But we was that kind of friends, so I wasn't doing no tripping. Now the thing about her is she just made bad decisions in life. Like, I couldn't get over the fact that 1, you were so boy crazy that you would do anything and make yourself look stupid, and 2, you got a whole child out here that you're supposed to be taking care of, but you will put a dude before him in a second. Like, I can't be friends with somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing in me that's gonna sit around, let you do these things and not speak the truth on it, you know what I'm saying? And granted, I'm not a mother, because I've heard that several times, like, you're not a mother, you'll never understand. No, I'm not a mother, but I'm a woman and I'm an adult. Like, I know when something or somebody is being mistreated, you know. So I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, because that's what friends do, especially if you're close friends. But anyway, she was like so boy crazy that she would do anything. So it's really 2 stories I want to tell y'all, but I'm gonna go ahead and just tell y'all one of them, and this is the one that just took the cake for me. And shortly after this story, we ended our friendship. So pretty much, she was always into like getting payday loans. I couldn't understand this, because she had a job, and a nice job, making a good salary, but she always wanted to just get payday loans, or, you know, do the next best thing. Well, she had already went inside so many payday loan locations that they kind of knew who she was, and, you know, like, okay, this is fraud, because she get these payday loans, close the account, and do all this stuff. And y'all, she was so smart to know how to do stuff like that, like change numbers. And I'm not saying that part is smart because it's a crime, but I'm saying like her mind worked in that sense. So why wouldn't she take all of that good stuff and like go be an engineer or an accountant or something and make some real good money? Like, why take your talents and do it for negative and just be scared of getting caught? Like, that's my thing, because I can't go to jail, honey. I can't. They're gonna make me take my bundles out. I have to take my piercings out, and I gotta shower in front of people. I ain't got time for this. So that's not me. But I used to always tell her, like, you are so smart, like, why don't you just try to do something and actually go out and get a decent job? But for her, scamming was her thing, because I call it a scam. Because if you go and get a loan and do all this stuff and then you close down the account as soon as you get the money out, that is fraud. You are fraudulent. You told these people you would pay this loan phone back, and then all of a sudden you win ghost. Like, and then you wonder why it's hard for the person who really needs it, you know. So anyway, she was doing all this stuff. So after she couldn't go in any more locations anymore, she decided to start doing internet payday loans. And I don't know, she was saying one of her friends had like some kind of something you can do on the internet payday loan, and it will give you the max amount of whatever they can offer you, and they don't verify anything. So pretty much you just call in, do the online thing, and then tell the people something, and they do it. So I don't know what happened. All I know is they did it, and she ended up getting between $4,000 and $6,000. I don't remember what the whole like amount was, but I'm gonna say it was between $4,000 and $6,000. So you would think this single mother who working a job, granted she made a good salary, but when you're a single mother, you gotta pay for stuff, bills come along and all this stuff. You would think if she got this money, let's just say $5,000, because that's between 4 and 6. So she get $5,000. You would think she would either pay her rent up for a year or go put down, you know, money on a better car, because her car was always stopping. Something was always wrong with it. You would think she would buy her child more clothes, or you would think she would just take this money and do good with it. No, sis, she didn't. She was really into online dating, and she would tell me about so many dudes that she met offline. And I would just be like, but what's the point? Like, if you meet somebody offline and y'all hit it off or whatever, and you talking to them and you know all that, hey, that's all good and well. But if you're meeting different dudes offline every day or every other day, then when you gonna realize that it ain't meant for you to be on the website? You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. That's just my opinion. But anyway, so she met these dudes offline. One was in Florida, one was in New York. So she was just like, oh, you know what? I just got this money or whatever. She went out and got her some hair, y'all. Got her hair done, got her nails done, dropped her son off. Dropped her son off, and she bought a plane ticket to Florida, and then she like set up a reservation to rent a car in Florida, and that was it. That's what she told me to begin with. So she leaves, she goes to Florida to meet this dude. She's down there for one day, and she called me and was like, hey, I got the rental car, now I'm about to drive to New York. Now I was like, why are you driving to New York and you went to Florida for some dude? And she was like, I met this other dude in New York and he want to see me, and since I'm out traveling, I might as well go. And she told me that he told her like she could stay a week or whatever. So she was like, she gonna take the rental car that she had from Florida, drive that to New York, and stay with old dude for a week, and then she will fly back, you know, to Dallas or whatever. Granted, the story sounds fishy to me to begin with, but that ain't my business. I'm not a judger. I'm really not. Whatever people want to do with their lives, as long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting me, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You can be butt bone crazy if you want to. That's your business. So I didn't even care about the validity of the story. So anyway, after she told me that or whatever, I was like, well, just call me when you make it to New York so I know you safe and sound. So she makes it to New York or whatever, y'all. So she calls me. She's like, hey, I'm in New York, but I got an issue. I'm like, what's up? She was like, oh, dude, not answering the door. So I was like, okay, is he at work or something? She was like, well, he did have to work today. You know what? That's probably what he doing. He probably ain't got off. He probably ain't checked his phone. So I'm just going to go to a restaurant and chill out. You know what I'm saying? So I can hit him up. So I was like, okay, cool. So then it was like hours had passed, and I hit her up like, is everything good? And so she was like, girl, something fishy going on and I don't know what's going on. I was like, well, tell me the story, because we always had stories with her, always. So pretty much she said she had texted him, they had set up the whole plan that she was gonna drive down there. She figured out the mileage and made it or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, she made it to New York. She said when she got there that he told her that she needed to text him a full body picture, so that way he could show his doorman, because they needed a full body picture of all guests that were going to be entering the building that weren't residents. So I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, when you met him online, how does your profile picture look, or your pictures look? And all her pictures was always like headshots or, you know, back shots, something like that. Not really like, you couldn't really see much. But anyway, so she said she had never seen him a full body picture or whatever. So she said she ended up being at the gas station. She had somebody take a full body picture of her. She texted to him. He texted her back and was like, oh, okay, got it. I'll give it to the doorman or whatever, so he'll know you coming. So she said she didn't think nothing else of it. So she had been going over there knocking on the door, and he ain't opened up the door. So I was like, okay, so she must have been knocking hard or for a long time, because she said the neighbor was like, why are you knocking on the door? Obviously he don't want to see you. And she was like, well, he told me to come here or whatever. So she said she ended up leaving. Now, anybody else who going through the situation, whether true or not, guys, your first mind should be, you know what, this dude is probably playing with me, so let me reverse my flight. Instead of being a week out, let me just go ahead and see if I can get a flight home, because I don't have time for these games, because he already playing with you. You know what I'm saying? He already know you done came all the way from Dallas to Florida. You done drove and you done did all this stuff you said you done did. So why in the hell will he not open up the door? But anyway, no, not her. She says, oh, well, maybe he's busy, maybe his phone went dead. Like, she had so many excuses for him. And she went ahead and got her a hotel. And y'all, she said she went over there. She literally stayed the week in New York, and she said she went over there every day and knocked on the door. He never once came to the door. So finally it was time for her to come catch her flight. So she stayed in New York not knowing anybody, went and paid for a hotel, and did all this stuff for a dude who didn't even open up the door for her. Oh, but she know he busy and he really cut for her, but he did say, you know, he may run a little bit, but, and all this stuff. And you telling me all this, and your son is with other people, and you went and did this illegal shit to get all these payday loans that you ain't never gonna even pay back. So when people really do need to go to a payday loan place for an emergency situation, the payday loan people don't even have money, because you up here getting it out willy-nilly, not doing the right thing for it. Like, that is why our friendship ended, y'all, because I couldn't sit there and just let her do that without telling her, you is all the way fucked up, girl. What is wrong with you? Like, it's one thing to be naive, and then there's another thing to be head over heels and you just feel like, I'm young and I can do this and all that. But then it's all the things to be stupid, sis. Like, I didn't understand. So shortly after that, we ended our friendship. She can say what she want about me. To this day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't understand. And the good thing about it is, when I end a friendship, I do tell them, like, this is why we can't be friends. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I tried and I tried. But when you just don't care about your life, don't care about your people's life, you know, your family and stuff, if something happens to you, that affects and ripples all the way down in your family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if people don't care about the people they supposed to love, if you don't care about the people that God said you have to love because you birthed them or they birthed you, like your parents and your kids, them people you gotta love. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all all got the same blood running through your body. So if you a mess over them, then I know little old me that you just met because we are friends, I know you'll fuck over me in a minute, and I ain't got time for it. So anyway, that is why their friendship ended. Oh, but wait till you hear this second story. All right, guys, so my second story, our friendship ended just because I ain't got time for fronters, fakers, and stunners for social media. Like, I feel like if people meet me, whether I'm doing a YouTube video, if you meet me over, you know, internet, or if you meet me in person, I can honestly say I'm the same person. You know what I'm saying? I'm very respectful. I'm very understanding in situations where I just don't pop off and go, you know, stone cold crazy and stuff like that. So I can say I'm a pretty decent person. I've been told that, you know what I'm saying, and I'm a pretty good person, guys, you know what I'm saying. But I don't understand how people can be one way on social media and miserable in their lifestyle, and then you're bringing your friends into your horrible relationship and your horrible day-to-day activities and think they're not supposed to say nothing. So anyway, my second friendship ended because she was a faker and a fronter. Like, anything she said was a lie. Like, everything she said was a lie, and it was always trying to front for social media. So pretty much they fell on hard time, you know what I'm saying, and I ended up giving them a couch. And it wasn't for no long period of time. It was just like, hey, I just need to figure some shit out. Can I lay on your couch until I figure some shit out? It's like, okay, cool, you can definitely do that. So they go ahead and lay on the couch. And in this whole process, instead of you taking this time to say, okay, let me get my thoughts together, write out a plan, let me get a plan together, because I, for one, realized that yes, I have a job, a full-time job, and yes, I make a decent salary, but this can be taken from me at any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, this job is not guaranteed because it's not mine. It belongs to somebody else. You never know what can happen. So, you know, that's why I just pride myself so hard on making sure my bills are paid and making sure, you know what I'm saying, I'm doing the right thing in life, because you never know. But I don't look down upon nobody who don't. So, you know, if somebody is careless with their money, or if somebody, you know, just don't care and go spend all their money shopping and don't pay their bills, like, that's your business. Like I told y'all in the last story, that's your business, sis. I don't have no problem. As long as you ain't over here trying to dig in my pockets and take from my rent money and stuff, then I ain't got nothing to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I'm gonna give you my commentary. I'm gonna tell you, like, I really don't think you should have bought them shoes and your light bill ain't paid. Like, I'm gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't take heed to it, that ain't my business. I don't live with you. So I didn't judge them for needing me. You know what I'm saying? I was just there when they needed me. So anyway, instead of her taking the time that I gave her to lay on my couch and just get stuff together and come up with a plan and figure out, okay, well, my next move may have to ask her if I can stay here a little longer, or, you know, stuff like that. Instead of her doing that, she decides to front for social media. So she's all on Snapchat, driving her car, going up to houses and looking at houses and looking at apartments and looking at penthouses and condos and all this stuff. And this whole time that you in my house and we talking, I'm thinking you coming up with a plan, but yet and still you over here trying to make videos for social media, doing all this parading. And you can't afford none of this because you don't have a job. You're not working. So how you gonna go get these people houses and stuff and you ain't working? So I ain't even say nothing. But I just so happened, like, I never really watched a lot of her Snap stories and Insta stories and stuff. So I really didn't know what was going on. But one day I was bored. I don't know if it was a weekend or whatever, but I know I was sleeping in. So I was like, let me get on social media. So I was just going through my Snap stories and I run across a Snap story and I see it, like, the Snap story is her driving up in somebody else's driveway and it's fall time and she's saying, oh, well, it's fall time, you know, time to decorate. I need to hit up Hobby Lobby. And I'm like, this ain't who I think it is. Or maybe this is somebody, you know how some people be having the same name and all this stuff, but I'm like, no, because this is the person that I follow, so I don't know about this one. So I was like, you know what, it is what it is. So I was like, if that's what she want to do, that's what she want to do. Well, it's one thing to front for social media and it's a whole nother thing to front for your family. So she ended up fronting for her family and she ended up going to see a house. She took a bunch of pictures of the house and all this and she sent it to her family and said, hey, this is my new house, I'm moving in. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all been, you know, talking about me saying that I've been down on my luck or whatever. Now I'm up again, you know. So I can see how, you know, her family was so excited for her and all this stuff. And then she went further to start to say, and it's big enough for y'all to move in with me, and, you know, I can take care of y'all, we can take care of y'all, just show you we not no bums and all this stuff, y'all. So I ain't think none of it. I heard the whole conversation. At this point I didn't say anything because I'm like, you know what, this is family, I'm not stepping into this, it is what it is. But I just shook my head. Like, that was my second flag. I'm just like, I don't understand. But you know what? Sometimes people feel like they gotta fake it till they make it. So that's what I feel like she was doing. She was faking it till she was making it. So next thing I know, she FaceTimes her family and she's like, hey, what are y'all doing? And the girl mama is in a U-Haul truck. So she said, what? You not in your car? What are you? And she was like, oh, I'm in a U-Haul truck. I'm coming to move in. And I was like, did she say what I thought she said? And she panicked, y'all, like panicked. And it was just like, oh my God, I don't know. Now, she had plenty of time to tell them people she was lying. She had plenty of time to tell them people that she did not have nowhere to go. Do y'all think she did that? No, she did. She let them people make it all the way here to Texas before she told them the whole story. That all of that was a fake and she had went to an open house and that's how she got the pictures and all that. Now, couldn't you have stopped them before they made it down here? You didn't. You let them people drive all the way down here. That was wasting money from renting their truck, wasted gas, all this stuff. That could have been money you could have asked them to borrow to put a down payment on the apartment for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. So yeah, after that whole situation, I got a real bitter taste in my mouth about it and I kind of drew back a little bit, only because I was like, nah, because again, if you'll mess over your family, the people you supposed to love, like, it's kind of in the book that you need to love your mom and them, you'll fuck over me in a heartbeat. And our friendship ended because of it. And she wasn't a bad person at all. She wasn't. You know, I really had stuff in common with her, but yeah, sad that it had to end because social media was more important to you. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, like I said, I do this stuff because I have fun. I like interacting with you guys. I like telling y'all my crazy stories. I like sharing my weight loss journey with y'all, you know, stuff like that. But I don't got time. Like, I'll never be on here telling y'all, oh, me and baby is moving in this 20-bedroom house and 3 bathrooms. No, I'm not gonna tell y'all that, because at the end of the day, when you don't see me do it, you're gonna be like, hold on, sis, like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But yeah, our friendship ended because I don't have time for that. And honey, if you'll lie to me, you'll lie on me. So yes, that brings me to my last story, and this one right here took the cake. And when I heard it, I still tell it to this day. That's why I had to tell y'all. So let me tell y'all what happened in this one. So in this story right here, my friend she was a housemaker. She was a housewife, house girlfriend, whatever you want to call her. That's what she was. And she did her own thing. You know what I'm saying? Again, I do not have any prejudice against anybody in their life. As long as it's not directly affecting Crystal, I am totally okay with all of your life decisions. I promise I am. So anyway, we used to always talk, and she'd be like, well, the career is not for me. The career is for you. You out here killing it. I was getting promotions and all this stuff and raises. You know, I was killing the game or whatever. And so, you know, I was like, well, being a homemaker is your thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. You don't have to be a career woman if that's not what you want to be or whatever. So we were just talking, and we got on the conversation of like our future and where do we see ourselves. So I was like, you know what? I see myself owning my own company, or at least, you know, working for somebody part-time and doing my own company full-time, because you know I just always have like a little bit of fear, not necessarily a failure, but of just like not being able to pay my rent, and I don't want that. Like, I'd rather suck it up and, you know, work a little part-time job to make sure that everything gonna be right until the Lord really come and pull me off my job. So anyway, I was just like, you know, I just see myself doing that. And she was just like, well, I don't know, you know, what I'm gonna do. I need to find something. I said, yeah, find your niche, because if you do that and it's something that you love, then it's not a job. You know what they say, if you love what you do, then you're not working. It's not a job, you know, it's a passion, it's your career, whatever. So yeah, I told her that. So she was like, yeah, that makes sense or whatever. So after that, and I said, so much of my life, I've never wanted a house. Like, I was the kind of person that was like, no, I want to stay in condos and townhouses and apartments, you know, for my whole life. Like, I feel the convenience. I feel like I don't have that much responsibility. If something break down, I could just call my apartment office. I don't have to go and, you know, get money out the bank and get it fixed and stuff. So for a long time, I was like that, guys. I did not want a house, you know what I'm saying? Or I wanted a paid off house, which y'all know I'm only child, so if my parents go be with Jesus, then they'll leave me their house, you know what I'm saying? So I just always thought like that. Don't judge me. But yeah, so anyway, we was talking about it, and so she was like, you know what, I bought a house before. I actually bought 2 houses. So I was like, okay, cool. And she was like, and I done bought a car and I almost about to pay off another one. I'm like, okay, cool. She was like, but yeah, I want me a little getaway. Like, I got my house and all that stuff, I want me a getaway. So I was like, oh, okay, that sounds good, like a vacation home. Yeah, a vacation home. And girl, let me tell you. Okay, now I'm talking like her. She was like, and girl, let me tell you. I had ended up going to the bank and, you know, just checking in on there, see how much stuff is going. And that should have been my red flag right there. Because why would you go to the bank to see what houses are on the market or what condos is on the market? Like, unless it's foreclosed houses, I don't think you should go to the bank to look for this. That should have been my red flag number 1. And she was like, I just happened to go to the bank, and the man was talking to me, and he was like, well, fill out this application and we can see what we can get you pre-approved for. So she was like, okay, cool. And she was like, well, let me tell you now, I don't have a job. I'm a homemaker, a housewife, a house girlfriend, whatever she is. And she said that he was like, oh, no problem at all. We done pulled up your credit. And again, you ain't filled out this application, but this man done pulled your credit up. But anyway, he done pulled up her credit and saw that she done bought 2 houses and the cars and all this stuff, and she done paid all this stuff off, so she good for it. So at this moment, y'all, I think my eyes rolled all the way in the back of my head, because I was like, this don't make sense to me, because I've always known that when you go to get empty kind of property, I don't care if you get a motel, honey, they wants to know what your income is. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you go in there and just because you've bought houses in the past, they're just gonna give you a house now? So I was like, you know what, it is what it is. Crystal, you don't know everything. You don't know who she know. You don't know what she told the people. So shut up and listen to the rest of the story. So she goes on in the story and she's like, so girl, yeah, I filled everything out. He went to the back. I was sitting in the lobby. I made me some coffee. I'm talking about she going into real detail. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm listening to the story. And then she says, and he came back and told me, oh, I got pre-approved and I wouldn't believe for what amount. So I said, oh, so he just went to the back and pressed 3 buttons and came back and told you was pre-approved. So you didn't have to fill it in and wait for the bank to come back and wait for them to pull up your credit report. You didn't have to do any of that. And I didn't say this to her, honestly, y'all. I didn't. I was just still listening. But these are the things that was going through my head. So, y'all, it was the next line that is where I knew our friendship had to end. Is when she said, girl, yes, I got pre-approved for $1.8 million. Now, at this point, I had to leave and go to the bathroom and make sure Willie Fufu wasn't rolled across my forehead, because how you gonna tell me that, one, you went into a bank to look for a house, and while you was in there looking for a house, somebody told you to fill out an application just because you look like you should have filled out one, and then you filled it out and they came back within 30 minutes of you making a coffee, sitting down and drinking this, to tell you have been pre-approved for $1.8 million. All right. I let her finish the story. I said, well, congratulations, and I can't wait to see what house you get for $1.8 million. And she was like, no, I don't want no house, because remember, it's a little getaway, so I want it to be just a little condo, you know, something that we can go to the pool, chill out, get a housekeeper to clean up. I said, oh, okay. All right. Well, for $1.8 million, I said, girl, you could probably buy the whole apartment complex. The condo complex, they could be all yours, and y'all could just go to each room, each apartment, you know, and do your thing. One day you want to be in 304, the next day you want to be 508. You can do what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what to do, y'all. Like, a lot of times, the look on my face will tell people exactly how I feel, and I've been working on that. You know, I'm about to be 33, so I'm a little set in my ways, but I've been working on it, and I just couldn't understand why you felt the need to tell me that your unemployed ass was pre-approved for $1.8 million. Because I was thinking, if you was pre-approved for that, why won't you go get a house now? Or why won't you take that money and pay off your house that you got, and then build another one, and you still have some cash left over? You know, y'all, I'm telling you, my brain was really working. I couldn't get it. And after that, it slowly went downhill. Now, with that friendship, I did let it draw out longer than I should. Way longer than I should. But I couldn't understand what was going on in that situation. So, yeah, I had to chunk the deuces to that one. I had to do it. So guys, as you can see, when I tell you I don't have friends, I'm not saying it to be mean, and I'm not saying it to be disrespectful to the ladies that I do talk to and that I do consider my friend, because the ladies who are my friend, they know they are. They know that I have a special place in my heart for them. I talk to them. We check in on each other. You know, we do all that stuff. Some of them are close enough. We hang. We do that. You know what I'm saying? I got a good solid few. I said fruit. A good solid few that I'm like, you know what? This is my friend. If she needs something, I'm here for her. But when you treat me like this, like you're treating me like I'm stupid, because you're telling me these stories as if I don't have a college education, as if I'm stupid, as if like I'm really gonna sit here and believe all of this stuff, or I'm gonna sit here and let you make stupid decisions and not speak on them. Like, I just can't be friends with people like that. And I know, again, like I said, I don't judge people, because I would rather my friend come to me and tell me, hey girl, look, I sleep with a different dude every single night, but I do use protection and I do get tested for STDs often. You know what I'm gonna tell her? Hey, that's what you do in your house, ain't my business. If you want to sleep with 31 men in 31 days, do your thing. Make it a challenge on Facebook. They making all kind of challenges on Facebook. Make it a challenge and do your thing. But if you telling me you sleeping with 31 different men and you never use protection, and last time you got checked for an STD was when you was pregnant and 6-7 years ago, see, I don't got time for that. That's stupidity. You're not gonna bring that around me, because if you got an STD and using the bathroom at my house, then I might catch the STD, and no, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I think, guys. I'm sorry, but that's how I think. But pretty much, I just had to end the friendships because I don't got time. So when y'all hear me say I don't have many friends, this is the kind of shit why. So guys, I got plenty more of these stories. I promise you I do. I got so many stories per person. I got so many stories, and I remember them all because in all of the stories I felt played. I felt like they were just playing with my intelligence. So I was like, I'll never forget this story, and one day I'll be able to tell it. So if y'all give me the opportunity and you want a part 2 to this video, then leave a comment below and like this video, and I would definitely get a part 2 out for you guys. But until then, if you're not subscribed, you want to go ahead and take this time now to subscribe and turn on your bell notification so you can be notified when I post my next video. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.